I'm coming to you from my house. So let's talk about the first year. So what does the first year look like? And as I'm telling you this, you're probably going to be nodding and you're going to be thinking, oh, that's why I felt like that. So the first year. Um, so you're probably, once you hear the news that that person has died, it may have come as a surprise. It might not be a surprise, but you're going to be in disbelief. And so your brain operates like that too. So your brain doesn't know the difference between physical pain and mental pain. And so it just goes into shutdown mode because it wants to protect you. So it's actually a really good thing that you go in shutdown mode, but we don't talk about it. So shutdown mode, you're going to probably be able to get through the funeral um, and all the decisions that you have to make, and you're going to probably be just one foot in front of the other, and you're doing it because you know you have to do it. And then afterwards, you're just going to fall apart. And so you're probably going to spend the 6 months, the first 6 months are going to be like walking around in this big haze. And that's because your brain is basically, it's only operating on what it absolutely has to operate on. You're just doing the things you absolutely have to do to survive. It's survival mode, really. And so you're probably going to walk around and you're going to forget things, and you're going to be out standing in the middle of your yard wondering why you're out there and thinking, oh my God, the neighbors are going to see me and they're going to think I'm nuts. Maybe I am nuts. And you're probably going to feel like you're going crazy. And a lot of people feel like that. They feel like, oh my God, I'm going crazy. And they don't want to talk about it because, again, as well as death, we don't talk about mental health. So, you're normal. You're not going crazy. This is what grief does. Grief makes us feel like we're going crazy, and we're not. It's just that that's how we cope. Our brain's protecting us. So, first 6 months are like walking in a fog. And it's not uncommon for me to hear people say, I keep feeling like this is all a dream. I wish it was just a dream. I feel like it's a dream. Or I was walking down the street and I saw someone that looked like them and I thought it was them. And then when I realized it wasn't, I was devastated. That's normal. That's not uncommon. I think it's probably more uncommon to not feel that. So that's why you're feeling the way you feel. It's grief. And I'm going to attach some stuff for you guys to look at about that so that you know I'm not just making this stuff up. So then about 6 months, and again, I need to make sure I preface this with, so when we have children, they say the first 15 months they need to, if they have hit their 15-month marker and they're not talking and they're not walking, we have some concerns. But it's very individual. Like, so some babies crawl at 9 months, some babies crawl at a year and a half. And grief is like that. You're not going to hit all the milestones where the experts suggest that you're going to hit the milestones because you're unique. Your grief is unique. Um, so if you don't, if by 6 months you're not doing what I say you're doing, that's okay. That's totally okay. So again, 6 months. At about 6 months, your brain starts to slowly come back online. And so what that means is you start to be able to make better conversations. You're going to forget less things. And then at about a year, when you think, oh God, I've gotten through this first year. I've done amazingly well. Or maybe you don't feel like you've done very well, but you've gotten through that first year. You've gotten through all your firsts that you were dreading. And now you feel like I've made it to the other side. It's been a year. So at about a year, our brain, and this is actually a good thing, it just doesn't feel like it. Our brain comes fully back online. And you're probably going to say to me, I feel like I'm experiencing this all over again. I don't understand this. I've done all the firsts and I feel worse now at a year than I have felt in that year. And the reality of it is that, yeah, you do feel worse that first year, or that right now because your brain's just coming to terms with the loss. It's come back online, it's fully functioning, which is a good thing, but it's a bad thing in that you are re-experiencing that pain because your brain has been shut down to help protect you and let you heal. So know that that's normal. It's not fantastic, it's not normal, but it is normal. And so I want you to make sure that you know that you can speak to me, you can speak to other people, um, because it's normal. So that's it for today. I think the next one we'll talk about are some more tools. So those tools are going to be, how do I get through this first year and beyond? So take care of yourself.